My name is Michael Peterman. I've worked at McCann Erickson / Interpublic Group / all the other companies that we are for about 5 years now.
And what careers did you have before you came into this IT field?
Not much of anything, really. I worked in a bookstore, Crown Books, for 2 or 3 years as a clerk, and then I spent a very thrilling summer up in Washington State, a plastics refinery, working 12-hour graveyard shifts. And that was the reason I showed up. I went into ITs because that was not the life for me. I didn't want to do refinery work.
What inspired you to work in IT?
I'm good at it. I've been good at it since I was a kid, and my parents made sure that I had a machine in my hands before my 5th birthday. And so I grew up on them, always playing with them, always working on them. Started doing tech support for the family and got so good it seemed to be the perfect career for me.
What are certain things you like about IT?
It's a nice cushy desk job for the most part. You get a little bit of physical labor running around and stuff like that, but it's not working out in the field. Always something new. That's one of my favorite things about it, is that while you are constantly changing printer toner and stuff like that, that's just kind of boring stuff. There is always some new program coming out that you want to work on, play with, something new to learn, some new hardware interface that you got to bone up on, some new problem that somebody else is having that you've never seen before. So it always keeps you guessing, always keeps you, interested, at least for me.
What do you think are the most important skills used in IT?
Troubleshooting, logical underpinnings, being able to sit there and take a look at a problem and go, okay, so it could be one of these 5 reasons is usually it could be one of these 5 problems, and then being able to sit down and discount them, get rid of them. No, it's not the network, because if it was the network, then everybody would be having this problem. No, it's not your wireless, because then this wouldn't be working. So it's got to be the application, working things down, troubleshooting them, pairing them out, getting all that stuff done. I would also say organization is also a very key part. That's one of the ones that I'm not very good at. But keeping organized, keeping yourself together, keeping all of your programs, just keep well organized. Inventories and stuff like that is also very important.
What advice would you give a high school or college student about finding the right career?
Get good grades. If you're where you are right now, the more sweat equity you put in right now, the more time and energy and focus you put in right now, the more control you have over your career. If you slack off and don't get good grades, don't go through college, do all of those things, then your choices of life are going to be a lot smaller. Nobody's going to hire you for an office job unless you've got a degree or a really good set of skills in something or other that, I don't know how you would get those without the degree, but unless you're exceptional, you really got to put in the time and energy in the beginning for you it'll pay off out in the future. Because that's the big one. Put in the time now. It doesn't even really, that's the funny thing is that it doesn't even really matter what you put in the time right now about, per se. I mean, if you're going to be a lawyer or something and you've got your path pointed out to you, then fine, go for it. You know where you're going to go and you know what you need to do. But if you're still sitting there in high school going, heck, I don't know what I'm going to do for the rest of my life, then put in some time, put in some grades, figure out something that you like to do that will also, keeping in mind the future, viability of it. If you like English, that's great, but understand that an English degree isn't going to get you much. What are you going to do with that? Is that really a good position? Now, you get a certain advantage just having a degree. Even if it's in philosophy or something or other, you can still get somewhere with a degree. So if you don't know what you want to do, pick something that you figure that you may like to do and just go through with it. And at the end you at least have a degree, which is better than not having one.